Assalamu alaikum. First of all, I would like to thank our professor and rector, and Professor Asadov and Nadira Bartoccioni, and for inviting me here. And here, today we'll talk about HTA and how to assess technologies. I brought an example. In this case, it's called TAVI, transcatheter aortic valve implantation. It's a very new technology and it's a very expensive technology. HTA bases its activity on one thing: it's accountability. We need transparency on evaluation of new technologies. Only with accountability we can then talk about safety, appropriateness, and maybe cost saving. In our history, we had new technologies coming, and every time they were proposing as the best technology ever. For example, smoking cigarettes is suppressing cough. So doctors were prescribing cigarettes. Then we found out that they were going to give tumors to the patients. Then other commercials show us to use Coke and soft drinks for kids. And then we found out that is the base of obesity in the States. And then you know that X-ray is very dangerous. But in the beginning of the century, they were proposing X-ray to cure headaches. And as you can see, they are saying that it's safe and it's sure. So the point is that not all the new technologies are good, and we need to assess before giving to our patients. Okay, appropriateness. We all know that water is the base of life. We need water every single day. And if we need water, even few drops can save our life. But at the same time, if we are drawing and somebody gives us water, that is not the good thing. So each technology is very important for appropriate use. Before talking about cost savings, we will talk about this technology. This technology is brand new. Instead of opening the chest with heart surgery, they go with a small catheter and put a stent with a valve inside. And it's called TAVI. There are two kinds of valves implantation. One is through the apex of the heart, and one is from the groin. I tell you, this is a technology that is very, very expensive. And so it's very important to check if it's appropriate when we use it. So what's the indication? The indication is we should use with this new valve because we don't know if it's safety for the patient yet because it's just new. While the old one, it's a long time that we have it and we know that it's safe. So we have to use this valve only in aortic stenosis that is not operable. We cannot operate on this patient. It's a new population. It's not the one that you usually treat. It's a new one. And as you can see, the price is completely different. It goes from 3,000 euros to 20 or to 23,000 euros. That's the two different brands of the valves. It's 7 times the cost. So, how we check if in our hospital they are using it properly or not? We're using some instruments. We have a time series. Time series is some events in time, and we just record it on a graph. Then we do a time series analysis. We see how this trend is going. It's going up, it's going down, it's flat. And then we can do a joint point analysis. It's a statistical test that shows us if there are differences on the trend. If we do something new, is it changing something or not? Okay. Okay, these are our consumes of valves. We start from the 2000 and we went up to 2011. In the beginning, you can see the red line. It's only for the standard valve because we didn't have the TAVI yet. And you can see that it looks like going up. Then the TAVI arrives and we see that the normal valves is the green line. It looks a little bit weird. It's like going against the trend. It's going down. And then we have the overall valves that are increasing. So, we start to see with the statistical test if there is a difference. And we can see in the beginning, from January 2000, every single month, until the arrow, where one of the two departments start to use it, that we don't have any change. There is just one line. It's going up, but there is no angle. Then we have the second department starts to use it. And what do you expect? Aortic stenosis is a pathology for old people. And now the number of old people is increasing. So the trend should go up. But what happened in our hospital was going down. In all the world, the use of this valve is increasing, and our hospital is decreasing. But the overall patients are increasing. So the question is, are we using appropriately this valve or not? I don't think so. I think we are using it inappropriately. We cannot say which patient is used it wrong, but we know that overall somebody used it in a wrong way. They used the new valve to the patient that could use the old valve. So what we have done, we made a linear regression and we estimate the future, a forecasting. Let's see if we didn't have the TAVI, where we would be today. Next, please. Okay, we took the period before the start of TAVI and we extended in the future. So today, in 2012, we should do 147 biological standard valve implantation. And this is the trend, but as we can see, the green line is going below the future perspective of forecasting. So what we can say is probably that gap is the inappropriate use. Above the line, we don't know it, but below the line, we can say that it's probably inappropriate. So, now the point is, how can we estimate their inappropriateness? Well, we can take 2011, the past year, and we make a ratio. We should do, for the forecasting, 140 standard valves, and then the other one is going to be the TAVI. So we make the ratio, 140 over 21. And we find that we should implant this new valve every 6.6 or 7 valves of the standard ones. So then we can say next year, 2012. 2012, we should do 147 cases of the standard valve, and using the same ratio, we can estimate how many valves of the new ones we should implant in 1 year for both departments. And it's around 22, 23. Of course, we have an interval confidence, but that's pretty much what we have. So, if in 2011 we use 55 valves, and in the next year we will use only 23 valves, we can say that we save 32 valves, because we use the standard valve. So, if we take the price of the new valve and we subtract the one that, of course, we have to use for this patient, then we have 20,000 euros of saving. So that's for 32 is 6,000, 40,000 euros. And that's a lot of money for just 1 year in saving. So, what is the point? Let's go back to the beginning. Maybe if we use things appropriately, and we can maybe save money. Of course, money is not the problem. We are not cutting costs here. We are working on appropriateness. So, first of all, let's see if HTA is an investment. It's a good one. Shall we all have in our hospital an HTA department, and shall we have a government HTA? Okay, how do we calculate usually an investment? We use ROI, return on investment. What is ROI? ROI is how much I get from my investment minus the money I put on the investment divided by the investment. We multiply for 100 to have a percentage. So let's make an example. I buy something at 100 euros and I sell it for 300 euros. How much money do I increase? 200%. I think that it's a good investment. I would invest in something like this. I put 1 and I get back 3. And 2 is just a gain. Who wouldn't? So now we are talking about saving. So saving is what is our gain. And what we invest is the salary of the people that is working on it. Next. So let's take just this as an example. This is the example. We just saved 600,000 euros, and we have 1 week of work, and we have a salary of 1 year of 30,000. So the answer is that our investment increased of more than 2,000%. But we spent just 1 week, not 1 year, to do this job. So we should divide the salary of 1 year in 52 weeks. And now we can see the investment is completely changing. It's increasing. It went over 100,000%. So the question is HTA a good investment? If we thought that 200% was a good investment, what about this? And we can save people's life because we are talking about safety, appropriateness. So, what I want to say is that today, in the global crisis, the answer is not more money, is more knowledge and more culture. Thank you very much.
Один из самых больных вопросов, потому что у нас в медицине никто экономикой не занимается. Учитывая актуальность проблемы, которую ведет нам профессор Филиппов, поэтому мы решили наградить. Не только наградить. Это не первый раз. Он приезжает неоднократно, почти ежегодно. Нам читает прекрасные лекции о экономике нашей медицины. Поэтому мы ему дадим сертификат, он становится почетным профессором Ташкентского института общественных врачей.
It's a pleasure and an honor. I really thank you, and I hope our relationship will keep going and last for a long, long time. Thank you very much.